Time with Miss Carol. It sure is good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Today I have a special surprise. I'm going to read for you a book I wrote called Butterfly Dreams. A Friendship Takes Flight. Well, let's get started, shall we? Lily Jane lived with her grandmother Nana on the farm in Arkansas. Every spring, Lily Jane's favorite thing to do was sit on the fence overlooking the whole farm as the butterflies filled the blue sky and painted the clouds with colorful bows. Her beagle Ragsdale followed her everywhere she went. Knowing how much Lily Jane loved butterflies, Nana showed her ways to create a butterfly habitat for the monarchs. Together they planted milkweed plants in the garden and they set up the butterfly houses. The milkweed would be a perfect nursery where the monarch butterflies can lay their eggs. Each day Lily Jane eagerly checked the plants, looking closely with her binoculars. One morning she and Nana found tiny white eggs dotting the underside of the milkweeds. A few days later, yellow and black caterpillars were crawling on the leaves. One looked especially intriguing. Wanting to see his spots, Lily Jane got close. "Hola, señorita, ¿cómo está?" Lily Jane jumped backward in shock. Did she really hear a caterpillar speak? Was that Spanish? The only thing she could think to do was say something back. "Hello," she giggled. "I'm Lily Jane. What's your name?" "Me llamo Carlos." "It's very nice to meet you, Carlos. How do you do?" "I'm awful hungry," Carlos frowned. With one of his many legs, he rubbed his tummy. Lily Jane handed him a leaf. "This milkweed will keep you safe. Nana says it's poisonous to other insects that might harm you. So if you eat it, they should leave you alone." "Gracias, amiga," Carlos replied. "You're a good friend." Each day, Lily Jane visited Carlos. He ate and grew bigger and bigger. One morning, she found Carlos crying. "Oh, what's the matter?" "I've been watching mariposas fly all day," he sobbed, looking to the sky. "Mariposas?" she repeated thoughtfully. "Oh, butterflies!" "See, I dreamed that I grew wings and I could fly." Tears rolled down his cheek. "Why, it's a wonderful dream," Lily Jane said. And then he said, "But I woke up the same," Carlos sniffled. "Maybe the size of my dream is just too big." She sat him on her shoulder and they climbed into the swing. "I think the size of your dream is just right. Someday you will have wings." And they began to swing. As they sat in the swing under the oak tree, Lily Jane had an idea to help Carlos. She wanted to help him feel as if he were flying. She told him to hang on tight, and as she pumped her feet as high as she could, when the swing reached its highest height, they could see the meadow and the river winding through the valley. They looked at each other and they giggled. They giggled with glee. His biggest smile would come the day she placed him atop a kite during a windstorm. Lily Jane told Nana about her new friend. Nana laughed to herself, knowing that caterpillars don't really talk. But wanting to protect Lily Jane's heart, she just smiled, gently explained, "You are right, Carlos will have wings when he becomes a butterfly. But did you know that he will migrate with the other monarchs to Mexico in the fall?" "Oh no, he can't go," Lily Jane protested. Oh, but he has to follow his instincts, Nana told her. But why? Lily Jane demanded. Her grandmother said it's too cold here in the wintertime, and Carlos, he will feel himself called to where monarchs are meant to be. But I've heard that some can return to their birthplace in the spring. It made Lily Jane feel a little better to think that Carlos might come back. During her next visit with him, Lily Jane showed Carlos a butterfly picture book and told him what Nana had said about migrating to Mexico. What does migrate mean? Carlos asked. Oh, it means to travel a long ways. This book here says that it's over 2,000 miles from where we are in Arkansas to where you'll end up in Mexico. Carlos didn't believe it was possible. I'm trying to grow mariposa wings, but no matter how much I eat, I only grow more legs. He sighed as he looked down and counted his legs. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. I'm hopeless. Lily Jane couldn't manage to cheer him up. The next day, Lily Jane found Carlos wrapped up inside a little green blanket. She could feel his sadness. It began to rain, and it seemed that the whole world was crying. Are you okay? She worry whispered into the blanket folds. From inside, Carlos spoke faintly. I'm trapped more than ever. I can't move. Do you think I'll ever be able to fly? Lily Jane didn't know what to say. Her eyes brimmed with tears as she ran to tell Nana. Nana held Lily Jane on her lap and comforted her. Not to worry, dear. Carlos is in his chrysalis. Nana explained a miraculous change is taking place, and soon Carlos will be a beautiful butterfly that he's always wanted to be. We all become what we are meant to be in God's timing when we believe. But sometimes it's hard to believe, and we need help from those around us. Lily Jane returned to reassure Carlos that things were going to be okay, encouraging him through the hardening walls of the chrysalis to dig deep inside himself for patience and faith. Little by little, his green blanket transformed into a clear shell. Through it, Lily Jane could see orange stripes and white spots. Every day she returned to talk with Carlos and see if any changes had occurred. 3 weeks later, Carlos began to strain this way and that, and his cocoon shifted back and forth. Lily Jane's heart began to pound with excitement as his legs peeked through the shell. Then, with one last big stretch and grunt, his beautiful orange wings burst through. Mariposa wings, Carlos announced proudly, admiring his left wing, then his right. I'm changed. Metamorphosis, Lily Jane explained. Meta who? Nana says it means to transform. You've changed a lot since we first met. This is true. First, you were an egg, then a caterpillar, then you were in your chrysalis, and then you became a beautiful monarch butterfly. Carlos counted his stages thoughtfully. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, mariposa miracle. Carlos winked at Lily Jane and fluttered high into the sky. Oh, from up here, I can see everything. Then he fluttered gracefully back, landing in her hand. This time she winked back at him. Your dream is coming true, mi amigo. For the rest of the summer, Lily Jane and Carlos raced around the farm. Then the days grew colder. When Lily Jane sat on the fence, there were fewer and fewer monarchs painting the sky. Finally, Carlos was the last one. He had stayed as long as he could, but the last day together had come. "Adios, mi amiga," he whispered in her ear. He felt sad about leaving, but was becoming more excited about his journey to the land where his parents had met. He knew he would find new friends there, but he doubted that any of them would believe in him like Lily Jane had. Feeling his wings move softly against her hair, Lily Jane looked down, not wanting Carlos to see her tears. As he rose higher in the sky, Carlos waved goodbye with his wing. Lily Jane waved back. As they grew farther apart, she sang a sweet song to comfort herself and watched until he disappeared into the sky. With big tears in her eyes, she ran home and hugged Nana, asking, "Do you think I'll ever see Carlos again? Maybe. My dream is just too big." "Oh, my dear Lily Jane," Nana reassured her. "I think the size of your dream is just right." I hope you enjoyed the story of Butterfly Dreams. It was written by Carol Dabney, that's me, and published by Et Alia Press. Thank you for coming and stopping in and having tea time with me. Until next time, happy tea time.